Peace Reflections. Today is Tuesday, so they say. I say it's just another sunrise and another sunset. We can't prove that today is Tuesday. However, we can prove we see the sun when it rises and when it sets. I wasn't even going to get on today. Because see, I sit in the observer's chair. I like to sit in the observer's seat. I like to sit in the observer's chair a lot. I got to find balance. Because, I don't like to get about the observer's chair. I'll be glued to the chair, the observer's seat. They be like, hold on, you got to take some action. They be like, hold on, you got to take some action. You can't just sit in the observer's chair. That's why you came down here, for the experience. So here I am. Are you paying attention? Are you watching for the signs? Are you seeing the plays, the moves that are being made across the chessboard? In order for you to see these things, you got to be tapped in. All right? So, there's a reason why they don't want us to know the story. They don't want us to know our story. Because see, if you know your story, you'll remember who you are. So, I see you. Another thing I noticed. If you confuse the people, and they don't know where they come from, they're not going to know who they are. So, let's cut the bullshit. All right? They know where we are. Do you? And if you don't know where we are, let me take you back. This here is where we are, in the center. They call this North America, United States. They've changed the names 1,000 times. They've changed the names 1,000,000 times. They've changed the names over and over and over again to keep the people confused about where the fuck they come from. Did you know? Did you see this? Hold on. I know normally, I'm up and today I'm keeping it light. I see you, cosmic being. Let me show you something. Did y'all see this? Did y'all see this? Let me put you on. Grand Rising. Did y'all see this? Alright, let me put you on. This is in Times Square. This is in Times Square. This is not AI generated. This is in, look at the people. This is in Times Square. Now, what happened in Times Square, right? If you don't know where Times Square is located at, it's one of the busiest constructs in the United States. It's in the Big Apple. So what happened is, in Times Square, the power went out. In Times Square, the power went out. It went black. In Times Square, it went black. It went dark. And then, after it got dark and the power came back on, this is the images that was all up on Times Square. When I see shit like this, alarm goes off. Think about this. Times Square. The power went out, which means it was darkness. It was all darkness. When the power came back on, this image appeared in all of the fucking screens. You tell me what you think this means. The return? Are they giving us a sign? Do we need to read between the lines? What is going on? So you say that this happens every day in Times Square. I beg to differ. It doesn't happen every day in Times Square. I go to Times Square a lot. This doesn't happen. It does not go all... The power does not shut down in Times Square and goes all black. And then when the power comes back on, this image appears on the fucking screen. You are a liar. That is cap. That has never happened. Never has it ever happened. You see, when I see stuff like this, I can see past the veil. Okay? I decode. Okay? And this is giving off a lot of messages. At first, I was going to take it like, all right, somebody playing on our top. However, in the images, he don't look beat up. You know, he don't look like, you know, he don't look, it doesn't look derogatory. It doesn't look like they try to disrespect him. So then I went back to the drawing board. To those who don't have eyes to see clearly, you're going to say, oh, that's just a board. It's just an AI. Out of any image, they could have put any image up here. They could have put any image up here. They didn't put any image up here. It's a message. Now, if you don't, you know, whatever message you get out of it, that is on you, okay? You can sit here and you can act like you don't see it. Oh yeah, that's just that's an ad. Yeah, oh yeah, that's AI generated. Oh yeah, that happens all the time. No, it does not. All right? I just told you. The power went out in Times Square. In Times Square, it went dark. It was darkness. It was blackness. It was dark. Nothing. And out of darkness, once it came back on, this is the image we got. I don't have to cap. Go do your homework. You see all these people? They got all of this on they got this on their cameras. Look at these people. All these people. Because at first I thought the same thing. I'm like, pish posh. Then I started doing my own digging. This event actually occurred. No, it didn't speak. It didn't say nothing on it. It just, the images just appeared. No talking. Because see, when you send a message, you don't have to speak. I'm going to say it again for the ones in the back. When you deliver a message, silence is a big message. Now, this speaks to me. You see, I read between the lines. Thank you, Shell Bell. I see you. It went black. It went darkness. You see, they're giving you the message. They're sending you the message. Whether you accept the message, whether you are open to receive the message, whether you get the message, is on you. Now, this is a warning. I don't know what kind of warning. Monique, I see you. However, I'm going to take this as a message. Because the power went out. Now, I don't know who's controlling this. I'm taking it as a message. I always take things as a message. I always take information out of what comes in my reality. Now, he's not beat up on the screen. You know, he ain't got no black eyes. You know, it's no blood or nothing like that. It's not derogatory. So, it's telling me it's up. This is telling me you know what time it is. Yeah, it's two faces. There's a lot of different faces. It's not all the same face either. You got to pay attention to the detail. It's not all the same face. See, he got hair on top of his head over here. He got a lot of hair over here. Him, okay? Now, you gotta think. Now, you gotta think. Where did this happen at? This happened in Times Square. That is one of the main constructs of where they hijack energy. That is where one of the main centers are, okay, underneath us. If you didn't know this, that's why it's a lot of attraction there, okay? Tourists from all across this dome travels there. So if you see this and the power goes out in a construct like this, it goes all black, and then when the power comes back on, you get these images. You better pay attention. Now, I've been on this realm for quite some time now, and as long as I have been on this realm, I've never witnessed a statement like this. Greetings. Now, when I seen him, automatically I thought ancestors. Let me say that again for the ones in the back. When I seen this, when I seen him, cause see, we look damn near the same. We got the same complexion, you know. When I seen him, I said, the ancestors. They're making it known. They're back. Now, I don't know who's responsible for this, and maybe their intentions was not to give us that message. However, the ancestors came through, and whoever was supposed to receive this message, you have received this message. That's what I see. I use my discernment. You can't deter away what I see. I see you, brown sugar. Now, pay attention. Read between the lines. Be able to decode. Get the message. Yes, this is copper. This is why we don't get the message. We miss the message a lot. Because we don't decode. You missing the message. Warned. Serving. The ancestors. The return. Coming to get back what's ours. And whoever gets in the way, be ready. Oh yes, it can be art. I'm not denying that it's not art, because this is art. No matter how you flip it, this is always art. However, in art, isn't there a message when it comes to art? Green hearts in the comments. When it comes to art, isn't there always a message in art? Huh? In art, doesn't art always deliver a message? So you can call this art. Are you getting the message though? Are you understanding? This is a big platform that this happened on. Times Square. Times Square. Now you could say, that's just an ad. Oh, that's just art. That's cool too. You wasn't supposed to get the message. If that's all you saw, if that's all you saw, if that's all you were able to decode, then this message is not for you. Now I told you, and you know this as well. It was darkness first. Didn't they say that in the book? They told us it was darkness first, right? So the power outage is a power outage. Everything goes dark. Everything goes dark. Power outage. And then when the power turns back on, you get this image. or as you call it, art, or an ad. I see a message, and the message is what I've been saying the whole motherfucking time. It's up and it's stuck. We're back like we never left. And we're letting you know this. And if you want to know where all the smoke is coming from, it's coming from us. I don't know who's responsible. I just know it went down in Times Square. Go do your homework. Go Google some stuff about this that happened in Times Square. I believe that happened yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Christine! I see you, Christine. I believe it happened yesterday. If not yesterday, then the day before. Yes. It was regular day in Times Square. Everybody, you know, the tourists, the people that live in NYC, you know, it's a regular dagler. Alright? Nobody expected the power to go out. Okay? The power went out. And when the power came back on, what I saw big ass ancestors. And notice how the background is dark. The background is black. You gotta peep. You gotta be able to decode it. Once you learn how to decode, you're gonna break this shit down effortlessly. Notice how in the background is darkness. That's all darkness right there. I don't know who this man is. I don't know his exact identity. I do know him though. I don't know his name, but I know him because he is us. I know him very well. And you could say Delulu. See, when you say Delulu, I say Delula. When you say I'm Delulu, that's just letting me know confirmation. It lets me know confirmation. I know what I'm talking about. Because that's the first thing they're going to say. Is you're crazy. Is you're Delulu. Because they're not on your level. They're not on your level. And I'm telling you right now that what this is saying is we coming with all the smoke. African? Who said anything about African? You said African ancestor. I didn't say that. All I said was an ancestor that looked just like me. We do look alike. We look alike. I mean, they could have put any image up here. Any image. They didn't. And then they got the background, darkness. The background is black. Darkness. You see, I keep telling you, when you deliver a message, you don't have to speak to deliver a message. So they were speaking without actually speaking. For the smoothies in the back. Thank you, Kala. I see you. Letting you know it's on. Take it how you want to take it. Take it how you want to take it. I don't care how you take it. Doesn't matter. The point is, stay ready. So you don't have to get ready. Stay ready. So you don't have to get ready. And yes, free Rashad Jamal, by the way. Everybody talks Rashad Jamal, but I don't see you standing up here talking about free Rashad Jamal. You ain't putting on. So when you see me, if you think of Rashad Jamal, hey, kudos. I don't take that as a, I don't get offended by you saying that. So the artist's name is Thomas J. Price. Well, shout out to Thomas J. Price. The artist's name is Thomas J. Price. Okay. I'd like to know. That was good info to know that, you know. And it's not to offend anybody. I'm just talking about what is happening. Okay. I'm just speaking on what is being presented. So don't get offended by it. It's just what happened. It's just what happened. That's it. That's it. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get to somebody. Hold on. Cause see, I am that I am. Alright, I am that I am. It's nobody on here that look like me, that's doing like me, so don't compare me to anybody. We back on Tiamat. So let me change the screen up. I just wanted y'all to, you know what I'm saying, see that. Like, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one that peeped this. You know, because these things are happening. Oh yeah, free to God too. Since you want to talk for Shah Jamal, free to God. The hell? I keep telling y'all, it's about us, it's about the land, and it's about the technology. Okay? Now, I know we're used to the maps that they gave us in school. Alright? Let's get used to some different type of maps, okay? Let's look at things from a different perspective, alright? I know you're used to saying that big globe. They told you Africa's right here, Asia's right here, America's right here. I know y'all used to that map. We on to another map. Alright? That wasn't getting us nowhere. We couldn't figure out nothing with that map. Alright? So we on to the next. And since I've been on to this map, I've received a lot of information. Okay? Alright? This map says a lot. Okay? This map says a lot. If you didn't know, they call this, some say flat earth, you know? Some call this flat earth. Some say this is we in a dome. Some say no, we are still on a ball. Some say no, we still on a round ball. That has been an argument forever. What I will say is that we are in a district. All right, we're here. This is this whole disc. You can call them disc too, like a CD, like disc. This whole disc. This is a district. All right, each of these are districts. Okay, these are all different districts. This district right here, real green. They got some districts that's even called the clone land. All right, I got another map too. Hold on, I got another map. So check this out. You can call them moon cycles. Somebody said moon. You want to call them moon cycles? You can call them, you know, I don't care what you call them as long as you get the concept. All right? I see you. So check this out. You got us right here. This is what you call Tiamat. All right? Some say Tartaria. All right? Some say Atlantis. Okay, some call it Planet Kai, some call this Mother Gaia. All right, my memories are telling me Tiamat. All right, this is what resonates with me. Tiamat, with self, Tiamat. All right, now this tells you a lot. All right, yeah, Turtle Island. You want to call it Turtle Island? You can call it Turtle Island. All right. Yes, that's all. Yes, you are correct about that. All right, but we got to go back some, okay? We got to go back before Turtle Island. We got to go back to figure out how did we get here. Yes, so many names. This is what I told you in the beginning. They changed the names to keep us confused. So you don't know, like, where you from, you know what I mean? Like, to keep us confused. All right, so we don't get to the truth. Because that's basically what it's really about. It's about us getting to the truth, all right? They even have, so right here we got Nibiru. If you could see closely, that ring is red. All right, so you may hear some people say you see a red sun. They'll say, oh well, when you see the red sun is 10 times bigger than our sun or the earth. That's Nibiru. So you'll hear people may say that, right? So each of these are districts, right? They are planes. All right, different planes. Okay, this way they get planet from. Okay, planet. If you spell out the word planet, you get plane. in the word planet. All right, so planet derived from planes. These are all different planes. Planes of existence, all right? Planes of reality, all right? So, when you see this, these different discs, they like this. They stack. You see how my bracelets are? They stacked. It's stacked up. You know, they stacked. Like, they not spread it out like this. All right, but this is just so you can see the whole, so you can get the concept of the whole situation here. All right. So, right here, you got the lands of the custodians. Right? And here you got Nibiru. Right? Then you got the lands of Mars right here. And then this is what you got what they called it, the Anunnaki lands. Right? Then here, you got the Lyciria lands. Right? Then you got the celestial lands. Right? So forth and so forth and so forth. Okay? Everything starts from the center though. Alright? Everything starts from the center. Alright? Where we reside. This is what this is. This is why it's a big We don't even understand about us on being on the 33rd. We ain't even get to that point we get how we were on the 33rd and we dropped to the 3D. However, this is where the black hole is, all right? The void or the black sun or whatever you want to refer to, what you want to call it. This is why the guy with the red and blue tie came out and made a statement and said, hey, we need Greenland. He said, we need Greenland. We have to have Greenland. He said, there's no ins, ands, or buffs about it. It's no debating it. It ain't no, we need Greenland. And if you do your homework, you understand that Greenland is next to, is in the area of Antarctica. All right. And in that area, okay, they understand is a portal. A portal. Okay. That you can get to, that you can go through to get to the other lands. Because see, they know that it is land on the other side of the wall. And land that you can actually reside on. Okay? They need this for a lot of different reasons. Okay? They still trying to figure out where are they going to go. They want to know, where are we going to go? Okay? So right now, they going at it. This is an international war right here. They all going back and forth. Russia, China, us, United States, over this area. See, what we don't know is that, like I said, Greenland is the area where the portal is. Oh yeah, the UK too. Yes, thank you. Yes, Nova. He said, by any means necessary, we need Greenland. Then on top of that, he also stated, we have technology. We have technology in our possession that you can't even fathom. This is what he said. We have technology. And I keep telling you, it's about us, it's about the land, and it's about the technology. Christine, I see you. They are going to need the technology. Why they're going to need the technology and who they're going to need the technology for? They're going to need the technology for the Elohim. They need the technology. That's how they won the war. With the technology. And they got the technology because they are an alliance. They are descendants from their creator. So they're making deals and alliances with the Greys and with the Anunnaki. The Elohim is you. I see you, Cash God. The Elohim, ooh, I like. Ooh, Patrick, I see you. It's you. You are the L. When you don't know who you are, you're not even going to know that you're fighting. You're not even going to know that you're in a fight. you. It's for you. New Life, I see you. I didn't make this up. Thank you, Orion, I see you. The red and blue tide came out and stated this. Said this. Said we need Greenland by any means. And we also have the highest technology. Now, I don't know if they were trying to get at China when they were saying this. I'm just telling you what the fuck is going on. It's war. And not a war that you can see with these two eyes. You see, they know that the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And like I told you a week ago, they're not just going to hand you over anything. They're not going to hand you over anything. It's going to be on some not without a fight type shit. Not without a fight type shit. So yes, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. However, it's going to be a showdown. It's going to be a showdown. Do you hear me? It's going to be a showdown. You got to be ready. Preparation prevents poor performance. In the words of Rashad Jamal said that. And the way you prepare is by your awareness. By your awareness. Don't be distracted by the streamers. Minus Solo Illuminati. I ain't talking about Solo Illuminati, but minus the other streamers. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted by what you see in the media. The media. They know time is, even though time isn't real, it's a construct. However, time governs Saturn, the black cube. All right. So, I showed you that picture they had in Times Square. Letting you know, hold on now. It's about that time. Nanita, I see you. We here. And this will be televised. Now, they told us that the timelines, this is a parallel universe, they're telling us that the timelines are integrating. So you got to be on point. There are multiple timelines being played out at the same time. All right. Yes, we are on a big ass motherboard. Yes, we are on a motherboard as a whole. All right. If you want to look at it in a computer aspect. Okay. If you want to look at it in that sense. Yes. We're on the motherboard. Things are being played out. So understand, it got to go this way. However, you have to know who is the war against. Who they coming for? Because see, they told you that the Anunnaki was returning. They came out and said the Anunnaki was returning. I didn't say the Anunnaki was returning. They said the Anunnaki is returning. And who gave them the memo? Who gave them the memo and told them that the Anunnaki was returning? If they don't have an alliance with them. That sounds like an alliance to me. That sounds like they got a little relationship going on to me. Hey, yeah, you know, hey, yo, let me holler at you. Yeah, y'all down there? Y'all on Earth? Yeah, we up here in Nibiru. I'm just going to let you know, we're going to come on down there in a few. We're going to come down there. We're going to come holler at y'all in a few. Because, see, we understand that y'all going to need our help. Because, see, it's going up. Y'all gonna need our help, and we know y'all gonna need our help because they are us. They got our DEA in them. So we know their capability. I'm just saying. I'm just simplifying it. I'm simplifying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just simplifying it. But in other words, ooh, Nikki, I like. You know, and the Anunnaki, and see, for the Anunnaki, if they are returning, they tell them that they're returning, then we got to be shaking up this planet right now for them to be telling them they made a call. Like, yo, now we got to come down here. We got to reveal us. Y'all can't handle them. Hold on. Let me call the Zeta Grays. Let me get the Grays on the line. Let me get the Zeta Grays on the line. You see, they don't communicate like words, but Zeta Grays. Yes, frequency. They're not speaking, it's frequency. But I'm going to speak it so we all get it. So the Anunnaki went to the Zeta Grays and was like, hold on, Zeta Grays. We put you in charge of the ones that are ruling the masses. The ones we create. We sent you of the ones that are ruling the masses. The ones we create. We sent y'all. We need to come on down there for real, for real. And the Grays was like, oh, okay, oh yeah, we need to get down there. We're coming. We'll be down there in a few light years. Ooh, you know, because they don't speak. Like, it's about frequencies. The only reason why we speak, we use language right now is because we are on a low frequency. We are on a low frequency. We didn't have to speak. There was no need to speak. So I know it sounds funny when I said they be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. We didn't speak. We are the highest of the high. Excuse me. Oh, that's my dog, y'all. He. Oh Lord, come here, baby. Come. He done tripped over the wires. Oh, he ran. He's gone. That was confirmation. But yeah, he's gone. He ran. Yeah, but he kind of tripped over my wires. He knocked over every. So yeah, we didn't speak, y'all. I see you, Christine. Christine, I got so much love for you, Christine. You show me so much love. But yeah, so, and I'm not saying that because I understand that it's not all Anunnaki. It's not all the Zeta Grays. But however, you know we deal with duality. Like, let's be for real. You know that we deal with duality. Alright? So, just like we are duality. You got the lower and you have the higher. Okay? It's about which frequency you want to choose at that moment. Okay? So understand that. However, I'm getting at those who are getting at us. And I just can't seem to bend my head around how if the Anunnaki was coming to help us, please help me understand why didn't they been come? Why they didn't been come? Huh? They said that they are responsible for creating us, which I know is not the truth. They didn't create us. Source, I manifested self into this reality. I was able to conjure up my soul, expand it, grow it enough. I build my will enough to manifest self into this reality. Nobody created me. No one is responsible for our existence. When you come from source, you always exist. You will always exist. Now, how you choose to come down here is your choice. However, I didn't come from a lab. I didn't come from an incubator. Okay? I didn't come from this genetics from here, this DEA from here, a little DEA from here, and a little DEA from here, put it together, and then you got me. No. No. I came from the waters. You see all this blue? Because it gets even darker. The deeper you go, the darker the water gets. I come from the waters. Cosmic. Cosmos. The waters. The waters. Through the waters. The primordial. When they talk about darkness, that is the darkness that they are talking about. The deeper you go, the darker it gets. The deeper it gets. Darkness. I came from the waters, aka space, the waters. And I used this ship to travel, to get here. So technically, I don't reside anywhere. I'm not from anywhere. I'm from everywhere and nowhere. So when you ask me who I am going to tell you I am that I am. So when you ask me, who are you? I'm going to tell you, I am that I am. And either you can receive that or you're not able to. Because see, and either you can receive that or you're not able to. Because see, if anything, if you want to get technical, then I come from the cosmic mother, the womb, the primordial waters, the cosmic mother. If you want to get technical. Because see, we're here, Tiamat, all right? And if you didn't know, we were already here. I don't care who came here and discovered and seen whatever they saw. We were already here. We were already here. You had the daughters of Tiamat who were procreating in darkness first for a long time. That's how come we were already here. And when Tiamat got invaded, we brought the gods into play. Somebody had to fight off the Anunnaki. Somebody had to do it. That's where the gods come into play. And I don't even like to call you God, creator. It was war. We had war on top of war on top of war. We had reset after reset after reset. And guess what? They're trying to reset right now. They want to reset right now. They want to reset right now. They're not going to get one. They're not going to get one. Brown Sugar, I see you. So, Not only that, Brown Sugar Foxy, I see you. Cause see, I went and I was like, you know what? I gotta get more. I gotta get more into depth. I gotta like break this down. I gotta like see like what's going on. Because see, I smell a reset. I smell a reset. This is why you don't remember. This is why you can't remember. Reset. They put the caps on our tail moors. They put the caps on the tail moors. Hold on, let me show you. They put the caps on our tail moors. Look, we have ley lines. We have ley lines, and the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is in the water. This is how this is how we have Wi-Fi. The cables are in the ocean. They're in the water. Okay? Ley lines. Ley lines. We have ley lines. So either you're online or you're not online. Either you come online or you're not going to be online at all. We have ley lines that are connected to this planet. You got to get online. They understand that. They understand that. Just like Tesla. He understood that. Electrical beings. You got to come online. Every time one of us come online, we change the dynamics and the programs of the motherboard. It's in the water. It's in the water. It's in the water. I keep telling you, you're the highest technology. They look at technology. You don't know your capabilities. You don't understand that when you master being unnatural, and you master being natural, and then you master being supernatural, you master all three, the Trinity, and you're not going to be able to be fucked with. You got to come online. Look. Look. You see these caps right here? You see the caps? You see this cap? They put the caps on the tail moors. They put the caps on the tail moors. These are tail moors. You see how they say X chromosome, Y chromosome. This is the female, XX chromosome. But you see the capsules. You see the caps at the bottom. They put the tail moors on the capsules to try to take control of our mortality. We lived longer than this. We can sustain longer. They didn't want that. Because you are more powerful. They put the caps on the tail moors. They're trying to control our mortality. You see that? You see the caps? You see the capsules. I know you see the caps. Even the male chromosomes, the X and the Y, you see the caps up there. They put the caps on our tail moors. You hear me? They wanted to take control of our mortality here. They wanted to control how long we could sustain in the physical. They didn't want us to sustain for a long time. And you may say, how they do that? How they gonna put tail moors on a... Ask yourself, have you ever been, since you came down here, didn't they smack you on your ass as a baby? Huh? Didn't they hit you with the and then gave you to your mama? Didn't you have to go to school? Before you could go to school, you had to get certain types of... I'm just saying. So I'm capping. You hear me? Before you could send your child off to school, you had to get some type of and you want to know how? Huh? At some point of your existence while you were here, even our ancestors, my aunts and my moms and my aunts and them, they got like this little patch on their arm. The generation that came before us, they got like this little patch on their arm. If you 60, 70, 60, 50, 60, I mean, I ain't gonna say, I don't know, 60, 70, you got this little, they put this little thing on y'all. I promise you, I can't make this shit up. Ask your grandmama or your auntie or somebody to go look at their motherfucking arm. They all got this little circle. They got this little circle, I can't explain, it's like these little circle dot thingies like they got on their arms. They got them shits. Now you explain to me why. Huh? Smells like something fishy to me. That's what it smells like to me. I don't know what it is. I wasn't born in a generation. I just know they all got this thing on their arm. Yeah, it's a circle, it's dark, it's these little dots. It's a dot in it. No, not no damn dialysis. I'm about to hit you in your head. Not no damn dialysis. And then when we came along, they told us we had chicken pox. They told us we all had to get chicken pox. Chicken pox? And your parents used to be like, your cousin got chicken pox. You mama go on over there, get the chicken pox and get it over with, you know what I mean, so we can get through this. I mean, am I tripping, or did you get hit with the Mandela effect that you don't remember this shit? Because see, I remember this. I remember. They told us everybody getting chicken pox. You hear me? And they used to, your parents, if you're from the urban area, they gave you calamine lotion. They gave you calamine lotion. Told you put the calamine lotion on there. You itchy. You have all these little dots and everything everywhere. God damn it. They've been playing around with us. They've been playing on our tops the whole goddamn time. I'm telling you, go ask your aunt, your grandmama. They got these dots on their arms. You hear me? Not on the back. Not on this part of the arm. On this side of the arm. On the outside. They got a circle and they got these dots in them. And I looked, what the fuck is that? What the hell? Yes. Yeah, my bad, on the shoulder. Yeah, they got that shit. And then we wonder why you go to your aunts and your uncles or your grandmama about talking about the Anunnaki, or you start talking about Zeta Grays and the aliens, they gonna look at you like you crazy. They gonna tell you need to go find Jesus. They've been playing with the genetics. They've been playing with the DEA. What you say it was a big circle, a big red circle, the polio thingy? You had to get it in the military? Damn, man. I'm just saying, all these different types of, juices and liquids that are being, like, come on. I ain't even gonna get on the food. I ain't even gonna get on the food, man. That's the biggest one. The biggest one is the food. That's bigger than the poo-poos. You know what I'm saying? But this is how you know I'm being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? The generation that came before us, I'm not lying. If you look at their arm, they got this thing, bruh. So don't tell me that they not playing on our tops. They're playing on our tops. Bad enough, they shrunk the telomeres. You know what I'm saying? They shrunk the telomeres, and then they put the caps on there. Y'all been playing on our tops. And with them doing all of this, it's still not going to stop the activation. And they know this. They know this. They know this. We rebuild, you can rebuild it back by your diet, by what you consume. And ground. And yes, you got to play with these metals. You got to play with this. You got to play with the copper, the silver, and the gold. Mainly the gold. We eat gold. You hear me? We drink gold. We have vessels on this plane that produces gold. It is an elixir for us. Gold. We get our hands on the gold. That's another thing they're warring about, which is all our shit. They're invading, they're hijacking, and they are mining and abstracting the earth. However, we drunk gold. Yeah. Like all this food shit? No. 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 Yeah, we drunk gold. We ate gold. Or what they called it, couscous. What they called it, couscous. I think it's called couscous. Go look up couscous. You hear me? We ate gold. We drunk gold. Yes, you can eat from the sun. However, gold. Gold is like a conductor for us. Because I keep telling you, we are electrical beings. So gold, copper, silver is a conductor for us. When you seen the pictures of in ancient Kemet, when they had the Ankhs, or they had the Long, or they had the Jets, or that wasn't for them to look cute. No, it's a conductor. It's a generator. We are electrical beings. Which word do you want me to spell for you? Telmors? Yes, you can live in the matrix just by using codes. Absolutely. You hear me? Gold is like an elixir for us. Okay? Gold. That's what, exactly. That's why sometimes when you touch somebody, you might shock them. You ever touch somebody and you shock them when you touch them? He's like, oops, oh, sheesh. Damn, I shocked you, my bad. Where do you think that comes from? How can we shock each other? I see you, Terry. You shock people. We really like, Miss Henderson. I see you, Miss Henderson. We literally shock. Like, you can shock somebody. Beep. So in your existence, green hearts in the comments, you never shocked anybody? You never shocked anybody? You never shocked anybody? Well, I know I have. Because I understand that we are electro and we are magnetic. Forget the vessel. Forget how the body look. We talking internally. We get deep around here. All right? So this is all I want. This is why I wanted you to see this. Okay? They put the caps. You see those caps? They put the caps. This is the male chromosome, X and Y. They put the caps on the telomere. They did the females too. They put the caps on the telomeres. Okay? They understood our longevity. Okay? We lived hundreds of years. We ain't live how we live now. You're lucky if you get to hit 80 and you're healthy. Gold Ormus, yes. You can mess with the gold Ormus. Gold Ormus, yep. You're lucky if you hit 80, 90 now. We used to live longer. 200, 300. Tell them again, Christine. 200, 300. Easy. Like, we did it easily. They was like, no, that's too much lifespan. That's too much time for them to be able to figure out who they are and flip the script. That's too much time for them all here. We cannot have that. You know? Hold on, y'all. They be messing with my, you know, over here sometime. But I wanted y'all to see that, like, come on, man. By the way, look at this here. We don't got technology like this. We don't have technology like this. Where's that? Where's that? I'm just saying. Where is it? Somebody got a lot of explaining to do around here. Huh? Why is it? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, stop playing on our tops. What is this about? What is this about? Huh? I'm not making this shit up. What is this about? Huh? Somebody got some explaining to do around here. What is this about? Somebody has some explaining to do around here. We're not having any resets around here. We're going to remember this time. We're going to remember. You got some explaining to do. You can't pull wool over the eyes any longer. Now, I didn't come on this timeline. I wasn't here on this timeline. However, this timeline did exist. It exists. Don't get reset again. This exists. Somebody got some explaining to do. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You see, you can't use the moon anymore. You can no longer use the moon. You got to go back to the grays. And the grays have to go back to the Kai and get different technology. So when the guy with the blue and red tie told us, he said, listen, we have technology in the cut. In other words, we have technology in the cut for you. We got you. How you want to do this? Saying it without saying it. Because see, we're rising. They know activation will be had. And the only way they're even going to stand a chance is with technology. They used the technology in the old wars. That's why some of our ancestors are frozen. Can't use the moon any longer. And I know, I get it. You're probably saying, no, what? Here goes another one talking about the moon isn't real. I see the moon every day. The moon has the image of the map on the moon. You see the whole Earth image on the moon. That's what a lot of folks will say. What grade are you guys in here at this school? Because see, I'm a graduate. I'm a graduate of Earth School. So I get it. You look at the moon and you say, ain't no way possible. There's no way possible that the moon is technology. You're going to say the moon is the feminine. You'll say the moon is the feminine. Right? That's what you're going to say. How do you know that there's not more than one moon? Just like they took the sun, we got more than one sun, and they blew it out the district. You might say, well, how they blow it out the district? Through technology. I'm just saying. And I'm not saying that we never had a moon. I'm just saying that the moon that we see right now is looking a little iffy. I never knew the moon could get that close to the sun. I never knew the moon could get that close to the sun if it wasn't a ship. I mean, I go outside, right? Some days when I go outside, I look this way, I see the sun, and I'm like, okay, sun. And then I look over just a little bit, and I see the fucking moon. I see the sun right here. And then I may look over just a little bit, and the moon is very fucking close to the sun. Now how? What the helly? What the hell? What the helly? Come on out. Come on out. I thought they said that you had the moon and the sun, and those were two different lights to separate the nighttime from the daytime. The moon over on one side, the sun on the other side. Now, when I look, the moon is getting closer to the sun on certain days. I'll be like, why do I see the moon and the sun? Somebody got some explaining to do around here. Somebody has a lot of explaining to do around here. You see the technology. The technology is what we call glitching. Glitch, glitch, glitch. And on top of that, if you didn't know, they have technology like the sky machine. The sky machine. The invisible dome projector. The sky machine. The invisible dome projector. Because that is not the real sky that we see every day. And if you are able to look at the sky, you'll see the tracks. You can see the tracks and you can see the gears. You can see the gears and you can see the tracks. But that's a whole nother, I don't even want to go there. I'm not even going to go there about the sky machine today. But it's patterns. The sky machine. Have y'all seen that picture of Mark Gabriel where he's in the firmament and he peeks out the firmament? You see that picture where he's halfway out the firmament and he look and he see, oh, how this is being projected? Y'all ever seen that one? I think that's Angel Gabriel. I could be wrong, but he peeks out the firmament. He halfway out, and when he peek out, he see the real deal. Like, and on this side of the firmament, you see like the how that shit is being, how it's being engineered, how this reality is being engineered. I mean, Green Hearts in the comments? Am I the only one? Tap the screen. Where we at? 64? I know we can get to 100K. Right. Some of the airplanes are hologram. Yes, they're not ready for this. You're not ready for that type of talk. You're not ready for that type of talk. Yes. Some of the airplanes are not there. It's not what you see. But if you're not tapped in, if you're not online, you're not going to get these uploads. You can see the tracks and the gears in the sky. You can see the tracks and the gears in the sky. You can see the tracks. You can see the tracks. You can see the gears in the sky. If you have eyes to see. Listen, when airplanes take off, right? They don't need fuel. Airplanes do not need fuel. They're on a portal. The airplanes, when they take off, it's through energy. You hear me? Through energy. Airports are over top of a portal. Airport. Think about it. Airport. A portal. Airport. A portal. I'm going to say it again for the ones in the back. Airport. Portal. It's a lie. It's cap. They don't use fuel. They don't. It's about energy. You see, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? If you're not able, you have to prep yourself. You have to train yourself to receive this type of information, okay? Because when you start to see things a certain way, you may lose it. You may not be able to handle. You may not be able to handle the information. You hear me? Think about this shit. They lied. It's free energy. Electricity. Airplanes don't use fuel. They don't. On my soul. This is how deep it gets. Thank you. The sky is the ether. Who said that? Who just said the sky is the ether? Meaning, you breathe in? That's consciousness. Ether. Alright? They know this shit. Okay? So when they tell you that, they're lying. Airport. Airports are over portals. Okay? That's why they call them air and a port. You teleport through the air. You hear me? The movie started. We are the main characters of the movie. Who's controlling the machine from the other side of the firmament? Them. Those. And it's not people. And that's all I can say. It's not people. You wouldn't be able to, if you seen the Sky Machine, you'd probably lose it. Your eyes wouldn't be able to handle it. It's like a big monster. Airplanes levitate using the power of the ether. There you have it. If you would see the Sky Machine, your ass would be scared. For sure. And these are the things that they'll never talk about. You got to go and do your homework. Yes, we can escape. They want you to think that we're trapped. And a lot of us say that like, oh, we trapped. You know what I'm saying? No, we're not. We can get out. They can't. See, if you didn't know, they also called Nibiru the heavens because it's above us. We can go past that. We can go as high as we want. They lied. We're not trapped. We forgot how to go in and out. We forgot. We can go in and out. You forgot how to operate this vehicle, this ship. They tell you, all right, when we come in the body, we're limited when we get in this body. I don't go with that. I don't think that we're limited because we're in this body. There's still no limit. There's still no limit. If we get to a certain frequency, and if we was to drink certain elixirs, we can walk through walls. We can walk through walls. We can walk through walls. You can call me crazy. I don't give a fuck. We can walk through a motherfucking wall. And this is what they don't want. They don't want that. And you can laugh and all of that shit. I know it's true. Everything is inverted. Free Rashad Jamal. If we was to have our true shit that they keep stealing, like I told you, for example, the couscous, the gold, and all the other minerals that they keep abstracting, the crystals, because we had crystal towers. We had crystal towers. We even had crystal tablets. We had crystal tablets. Do you hear me? You couldn't even fathom a crystal tablet. Somebody say he free, they change his character though. Let's talk. Who said that? Let me see. Jizz Cuz Beats. I need to holler at you. Yes, we had crystal cities. They blew our crystal towers. That was our technology. Believe it or not, you can call crystals, oh, those are rocks. Oh, those are just rocks. Oh, why are they wearing crystals? Those are just rocks. No. It is technology. Technology. And you blew our crystal towers down. Crystals are alive. They hold memory. They alchemize and transmute energy. They do a whole lot of shit. Crystals. And you laugh at me. And you look at me funny or weird. It's you that got it twisted. Not me. I understand that I am a star war. And we are stars at war. If you want to call us stars. Because we're not even really stars. We're bigger than that. However, it's just to dumb it down so we can all understand it. Stars. You know why I'm sitting here like this? There's a lot of us in here. Denasia, I see you. I should be able to at least get to 100K. There's no way we're not at 100K. All this high frequency in here. All of these high ranking in here. 100K is something light. It don't cost you nothing. You ain't got to pay for it. However, it's frequency. It's energy. And if you don't get that, then you still have a lot of work to do. Because everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. And Tesla knew this. It seems like the only ones who don't know this is us. Because we're too comfortable, too content. You think you're free. And that's the problem. We think we're free. When only we can free us. And we haven't done that. Not just quite yet. Now, a lot of us will say, hey, we won the war already. Don't I see you? And I'm not disagreeing with you about we won the war already. However, it has to play out. I'm going to say it again for the ones in the back. It has to play out. Yes, we have to do it. It has to come from us. This is why it hasn't been done yet. Because it has to come from us. No Sky Daddy is coming to save you. Not even the Anunnaki can come save you. They can't even come save you. No one can come save us. I figured that out a long time ago. I just was saying, when I said, how come the Anunnaki didn't been come save us? Just to see if they was just going to come holler. If they was just going to make an attempt. Because I understand they can't save us. But damn. If you so-called created us, you just going to let that go like that? You going to let that be like that? You didn't create us. That's why. Now, I'm not saying that you didn't create. Because you guys did create. You didn't create us. You mixed with us. You mixed with us. You mixed with us. And when you mixed with us, you saw, oh shit, they're even more powerful than us. They're more powerful than us. What the hell did we do? What did we do? They are more powerful than us. What did we do? We gotta fix this shit. Oh no, we gotta fix this. They're more powerful than us. They can never know this. They can never, ever, 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 ever know this. We can never, ever, ever, ever let this get out. They can't know this. You can't. If they find out who they are, we will no longer have the control. And they'll get their shit back. You said we had 100K? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That fills my cup. But, you know, my cup gets filled regardless because I love to do this. I do this. It fills my cup. It's part of my assignment. You know what I'm saying? So, they can no longer use the moon. I'm telling you that. And I stand on that. They can no longer use the moon. They can't use the moon any longer. That shit is over with. So what? So now what? They go back and they tell them, hey man, we can't use the moon no more. They on that shit. They can't use the moon anymore because we're on it. The gig is up. So we're not gonna go to the light. We're not gonna be deceived with the images that you put there to deceive us, to get us to come back in. So they can't use that no more. I just told you what changed, Gizzy. What changed is that we know. That's what changed. We know. See, when you know, you know. When you know, you can't be deceived. Does that make sense? Like, when you know, you can't be deceived. That's why they say when you know, you know. Because when you know, you can no longer be deceived. You hear me? Hold on. You see him? Cause he knocked over my cords. The first time, it was him. Yeah, put him back now. Yeah, he did that. Hold on, let me put my mic back in. So yeah. Now, I understand. This is what I understand. I understand that we are here for a good, not a long time. I'm going to say it again for the ones in the back. We are here for a good time, not a long time. I understand that. I am okay with that. Okay? Going back to the cosmos is not a problem for me. Okay? However, we all have an assignment. We all have a piece to the puzzle that has got to be put together. Every time one of us rises in frequency, we break it down more. We break it down just a little bit more. Okay? That's why we all are needed. It's a collective thing. And the faster we understand that, the quicker we can get to where we're trying to get to. It's gonna happen. Like, bottom line, it's gonna happen. Like I said, they cannot use the moon any longer. And the reason they can't use the moon no more is because we remember now. This is why they can't use the moon no more. We own that shit now. We're not gonna do the same thing expecting different results. That's insanity. So this is why they can't, it's over for that. So now they gotta go back to their alliance. They gotta go back and be like, hey, listen, what y'all got for us next? What y'all got for us? Because they ain't using the moon no more. Like, hey, listen, what y'all got for us next? What y'all got for us? Because they ain't using the moon no more. They use the moon to entrap us. They use the moon to throw us off. They use the moon to trap us. That's what they did. Yeah. Some may say, nah, the moon is, it's part of us. It's feminine. Excuse me. Don't they got a real thing and a fake thing of everything? You don't think it could be a such thing as a fake moon? You that closed-minded? Your mind is that closed? You got some work to do. You got some work to do. And then on top of that, when I look at the map, right? When I look at this map, I don't see no moons. Hold on, let me show y'all the map. Hold on. When I look at the map, I don't see no moons. And I'm just trying to be honest. I think I got a different picture than this one. Yeah, let's see. Okay, this one. This one like a little closer. I see more than one sun. You hear me? I see more than one sun. Like, it's this one got two suns. Look, it's a sun right here. It's a sun right here. You know what I'm saying? I see more than one suns, but I don't even see no damn moon. I'm just being honest. And I be kind of tripping too, because I be like, well, I thought, the moon was with us and it's feminine energy, you know what I'm saying? You got the sun and the moon. And it's just not adding up. I've been looking. I don't just got it on the thing. I got it on the family. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, wait. And I'm looking and I keep looking. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I don't see a moon up here. But a sun, that's a fact. Think about this. They say the sun is hot and the moon is cold, right? Our body temperature is what? 98 degrees or higher, right? So if outside, if we was, all right, let me say this right. Our body temperature is 98 degrees, right? Yet when we go outside and we step into 90-degree weather, and it be 90 degrees outside, we be like, damn, it's hot. Like, we can't take the heat. This doesn't, it's not making sense. Think about this. The body temperature is what, 98 degrees or higher? When we go outside in 90-degree weather, it be too hot for folks. Something ain't right. You got to get it together. It's all I'm telling you. If you can't stand out there in the sun and take the sun, you got more work to do. And it's only going to get hotter. I'm just saying. You have a solar system. You have a solar. Soul, right? You have a soul. They say the sun is aka called the soul. AKA sun, aka soul. So that means you got a straight heating system. You shouldn't be feeling hot in 90-degree weather. We got to get it together. That's not making sense. You should be able to take 100, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just saying. Think about this shit. The inside of our body is hot. Somebody tell me the degrees. What is it, 98 degrees? Yet when I go outside in 90-degree weather, we be like, ooh, it's hot. Ooh, it's hot. Turn the AC on. Turn the fan on. Turn the AC on. 98.6, thank you, Tank. That's a problem. And yes, the sun, yeah, because it look yellow, yeah, here. I get you on that. Some days I come out, I look at the sun is white, and it vibrates. The sun be like a white bulb. If you really look, the sun will be like a white bulb, and it'll vibrate like this. Is it? Y'all never seen that? You never went outside and seen that with the sun? What's going on? So don't tell me that we don't have more than one sun and something's not going on here. Because I used to, when I was younger, I used to go outside, right? I used to be trying to look at the sun because when I was younger, they told us, don't look at the sun. They told us, don't look straight at the sun. I promise you. Green heart to the comments if you've been through that. They used to tell us when I was a kid, don't look directly at the sun. But I did it anyway. Because see, I was the type of child, right? You tell me don't do something, I got to figure out why. Why? Don't ask me why I'm like that. I just am. I am that I am. So when I was younger, the adults used to be like, yo, don't look at the sun, man. It's going to burn your eyes. Don't look directly at the sun. You know me. What you think I did? Shoot. I went and go ahead and I took a peek at the sun. I looked at the goddamn sun. And they didn't lie. It did hurt my eyes a little bit. You know, I was fighting it. But it was yellow. I was fighting it, you know. I'm looking at the sun. It's up there every day. Why I can't look at the sun? It's up there. And at first it did, you know. I was like, ah. But I liked it. I liked that. And from what I remember, the sun had color in it. It wasn't a white bulb like it is now. If you look at the sun now, certain days, some days, the sun be a big white vibrating ball, right? Nah, man. You gonna tell me that's okay? See, I'm not like the generations before me. They like to sweep things under the rug. They like to sweep things under the rug. And no shade, you know what I'm saying? Because I love the people that came before me. Because without you, there's no me. However, I'm just stating what the fuck it is. They like to sweep things under the rug. And this is why we couldn't get the correct information that we need to advance from them. You know what I'm saying? And that's a prime example. Telling us, don't look at the sun. It's going to burn your eyes. It's going to mess you up. They was programmed a certain way. Thank you for the heart, me. I see you. And it was passed down. Unintentionally. But it was passed down, though, at the end of the day. Don't matter. And that was just a prime example. But I am rebellious. And not in a bad way rebellious. Now, I don't even like to say bad, because there's no such thing as bad or good. I'm being honest with you, gang. There's no such thing as bad or good. Once you get past that level, you know, you getting somewhere. When you could think, I see you. When you could operate like that, you climbing up that ladder. You're going back up Jacob's ladder. Okay, you're on your way. All right. However, you know, this is what so everything is for our eyes. It's just about, you know, your awareness. You know, what dimension are you in? What dimension are you in? And when I say dimension, I don't mean a place. Dimension means how deep. How far can you see? How deep can you see past shit? You know, how deep can you get? Okay? So when you get to these higher dimensions, you'll start to see things from a bird's eye. This is where they get Phoenix Rising. This is where they get seeing things from a bird's eye. You're not literally going up there in the sky and looking down like a bird. You're able to go to the higher dimensions. You're able to see past the veil. That's what that means. Seeing from a bird's eye. Because birds are high up. And the higher you are up, the more you can see the whole picture. I'm going to say it again for the ones in the back. The higher you see things, the higher up you can see things, the more you can see the whole board. The more you can see the whole board. Because you looking up. You from up here looking at things. You from a higher perspective. You looking at things from higher. So you can see the whole shit now. Because you way up here. When you way down here, when you in your lower and you way down here, you can't see. You cannot see from a certain perspective. You're not going to be able to see the whole goddamn board. This is why we tell you to go higher. This is why we tell you to go higher. Gypsy, I see you. Gypsy, Denasia, I see you. So when you know what I'm saying? So when you get to that higher perspective, you become the phoenix rising. Look, the more you rise, the higher you could the more you can see shit. You know, each time you rise up, you get to see things from a. Now you can see the whole board, cause you looking at things from way up here. You looking at shit from way up here. Now you can see. Oh, that's what's going on. Oh, that's what's going on at that corner of the earth. That's what's going on over there, that corner of the earth. That's what's going on over there. And you'll be able to get out. You can get out. You can get out the matrix. Yes. Higher learning. Isra, I see you. Thank you for the dolphins. Yes, higher learning. All right. Y'all know what time it is, though. You know how we do. Yes, we are like an ant farm. That's why you got to raise up. You got to raise up. That's why you got to raise up. So you can see things. So you can see the whole board. You can see things from a high perspective. You stay down here low. That's where you're going to be. You're going to stay low. Horus, I see you. All right? Remember that. Y'all know what time it is. I want y'all to enjoy the rest of y'all day. We locked in, gang. We locked in here, y'all. We here. We locked in. Free Rashad Jamal. Free Dr. York. Or some may say Rashad is already free. They changed his character. That's a whole nother topic. Free Dr. York. Free the innocent. Free the ancestors that they got locked down.